Why do some people, no matter how hard they work and strive, never manage to get out of poverty? Why does money seem to slip through their fingers, while others, with the same 24 hours a day, build fortunes? It is no coincidence. There are invisible traps designed to keep millions trapped in a cycle of scarcity. And worst of all, most don't even realize they're falling into them. These traps have no visible chains or steel bars, but they are just as effective at trapping those who fall into their web. They are systems designed to keep you on edge. Each of these traps has been created and reinforced for generations. And getting out of them is not just a matter of effort. It is a matter of strategy. Imagine spending your whole life working hard, only to realize too late that you've been playing on a board where the rules were never in your favor. But here's the kicker. Rules can be broken. In this video, we're going to expose the 9 most dangerous traps that keep people in poverty and, most importantly, how to avoid them before it's too late. Because the real difference between wealth and scarcity isn't luck, it's knowledge. Be careful, because you may find that you too have fallen into more than one of these traps without even knowing it. First trap, the scarcity mentality. Poverty is not a matter of a lack of money, but of a mindset. Many people grow up with the belief that making money is extremely difficult, that only the rich can prosper, or that accumulating too much wealth is a negative thing. With this mindset, they pass up valuable opportunities without even considering them. They see money as a problem rather than a tool that can improve their lives. This leads them to remain stagnant, not looking for ways to increase their income, not daring to invest in their education or new businesses. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, argues that the real difference between the rich and the poor is not how much money they make, but how they think about money. So what is the solution? Change your perspective. Money is not an enemy or something that corrupts. It is a powerful tool that, used correctly, can completely transform a person's life. Those who have achieved financial success have shown that it all starts with a change of mindset, seeing money as an ally rather than an obstacle. Second trap, spending everything you earn. Many people live from day to day, spending every penny they receive without thinking about the future. This is one of the most common financial traps, and the reason why. No matter how much their income increases, they never manage to accumulate wealth. Lack of planning keeps them trapped in a cycle of scarcity, where every new income goes away as quickly as it comes. Impulse purchases, the need to maintain a lifestyle they cannot sustain, and the absence of a well-structured budget are key factors in this problem. Spending without control prevents the possibility of building a financial cushion or investing in opportunities that generate long-term stability. To break this habit, it's essential to learn to differentiate between needs and wants. A good place to start is by establishing a clear budget that allows you to allocate a portion of your income to savings and investments before spending money on unnecessary expenses. The key is to prioritize financial security over instant gratification. Taking this approach not only prevents future financial problems, but also allows you to build wealth and achieve greater financial freedom. Third trap, the risk of relying on a single income. Relying solely on one source of income, usually a salary from a job, is one of the most dangerous traps that keep people trapped in poverty. Relying on one source of money means that if that source disappears, so does financial stability. All it takes is losing a job or facing an economic crisis to fall into serious difficulties. Financially savvy people understand that diversification is key. Instead of relying on just one salary, they look for different ways to generate income. They invest in businesses, real estate, stocks, and create multiple sources of money that allow them to stay afloat even in tough times. It's not about becoming a millionaire overnight, but about slowly building real financial security. The solution is to start creating alternative sources of income. Nowadays, there are many opportunities to do so, such as investing in the financial market and earning dividends, generating passive income with online content, or embarking on side projects. The important thing here is to get out of the dependency mentality and take control of your own finances. If you find today's content useful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. Let's continue. Fourth trap, Not having financial education. Lack of financial education is one of the most widespread problems and one of the main reasons why many people fail to get out of poverty. Most people do not understand how money, taxes, inflation, investments, or savings work. This lack of knowledge leads to making bad financial decisions, such as misusing credit, impulsive spending, or failing to plan for the future, resulting in accumulated debt and constant financial struggle. A great example of the importance of financial education is Susie Orman, a personal finance expert and best-selling author. Susie has been advocating for years for people to understand the basic principles of finance in order to take control of their financial lives, and she claims that financial education is not just for the wealthy, but for anyone who wants to improve their financial situation. The solution is clear: educate yourself. There is a wealth of information available: personal finance books, online courses, and expert advice that can transform our financial outlook. The most important thing is to put what you learn into practice. Information is power, but only when used effectively. Fifth trap: getting into debt for the wrong reasons. Credit can be a powerful financial tool when used correctly, but can also become a dangerous trap. Many people turn to loans to acquire non-income producing assets, such as luxury cars, designer clothing, or unnecessary electronic devices. This type of debt not only consumes a large portion of income, but also creates a financial burden. In other words, non-performing debt tends to keep people trapped in a cycle of constant spending and lack of money. On the other hand, people with a more solid financial mindset understand that debt should be used strategically. They invest in income, producing assets such as rental properties, businesses, or investments that will, over time, produce returns. In this way, debt becomes a tool to grow their wealth, not a burden. Before you go into debt, it's essential to ask yourself one crucial question: will this expense allow me to make more money, or will it simply lead me to spend more? As personal finance expert Dave Ramsey famously noted, money doesn't have a soul, but we do, which means we need to be mindful of how we handle it. Sixth trap: not investing and letting money lose value. Money that is not invested loses value over time due to inflation. Keeping in the bank without earning interest or moving it around is like letting it slowly fade away. While rich-minded people make their money work for them, many low-income people allow their money to lose purchasing power without taking any action to prevent it. One thing we need to understand is that investing is not something exclusive to millionaires. Nowadays, there are options accessible to all types of people, such as index funds, real estate, cryptocurrencies, and digital businesses. You don't need to have large amounts of money to get started. The important thing is to take the first step and start with what you have. Even small investments, if made consistently and strategically, can result in large gains in the long run. The key is to start, learn, and be patient, because money invested correctly has the potential to multiply. Seventh trap: relying on government or luck. Expecting the government to solve personal financial problems is another dangerous trap. While some assistance programs can be helpful in times of need, relying on them in the long term creates a victim mentality and prevents people from taking control of their financial situation. It is as if this dependency limits the motivation to seek solutions on their own. The same goes for those who believe that their situation will magically change if they win the lottery or receive an inheritance. Although these events can occur, relying on luck or external factors to achieve financial stability is an uncertain and risky path. True financial security comes from the ability to generate income on our own, manage money responsibly, and make informed decisions that foster personal and professional growth. Grant Cardone, a successful entrepreneur and author of several books on finance, emphasizes that the key to achieving financial success is not to wait for circumstances to change, but to create one's own opportunities and take control of our finances. Eighth trap: a negative environment and bad influences. The people you surround yourself with have a direct impact on your mindset and how you handle your money. If you're always around people who complain about not having enough money, who spend mindlessly, or who don't have big aspirations, chances are you'll end up adopting those same habits. It's easy to fall into the cycle of settling when everyone around you is doing it. But if you surround yourself with successful people, entrepreneurs, and people with a growth mindset, you start to absorb more positive habits. Conversations about making money, investing, or improving your finances become second nature, and they prompt you to take action to improve your own situation. If your current environment is full of negativity, don't worry. There are always ways to change. You can look for online communities or groups that share similar interests, read books by entrepreneurs, or even start looking for new social circles that inspire you to grow. Ultimately, changing your environment is a key step to achieving your financial goals. Don't settle for what you have now. Seek to surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Ninth trap, fear of risk and failure. Fear is one of the biggest traps that exist in human beings. Many people never try anything new because they are afraid of failing. They don't dare to start a business because they might lose money. They don't invest because they might make a mistake. And they don't learn new skills because they might fail. But what they don't realize is that the biggest risk of all is staying exactly where they are. Doing nothing is what can really hold you back. Failure is part of the process of learning and growing. Every successful person, without exception, has had to face failure at some point in their life. Whether it was in their first business attempts or in investments that didn't work out, the important thing is that they all learned from those setbacks and moved on. Take J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, for example. Before achieving success, Rowling faced numerous failures and rejections. Her manuscript was rejected by several publishers, and the editors didn't believe in the story's potential and told her that it had no future. Moreover, at the time, Rowling was going through tough times. She was a single mother, living on welfare, and battling depression. But despite all this, she never gave up. Instead of letting rejections get her down, she used each obstacle as motivation to keep going. Eventually, a small publishing house decided to give her a chance, and the rest is history. The key is to learn from failure, persevere, and not let the fear of rejection stop you from trying. As Rowling has shown, failure is not the end, but only part of the path to success. As we have seen, poverty is not just a question of income, but of decisions, habits, and mentality. The traps that keep people in poverty are subtle, but the good news is that they all have solutions. If you identify which ones you've fallen into, you can start working on changing them today. Now that you know these traps, what will you do to avoid them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you like today's content, remember to give it a like and subscribe to our channel to learn more about finance. See you next time.